Time for Power versus Limitless.
Yeah, let's get through the hype chamber here. It is the final day of Wildcard. 6 teams going home. 6 teams making it through to the group stage, through to the main event, and through to that beautiful crowd here in the door.
This match should be absolutely shaking, absolutely rocking the stadium. We head to DFH, the most important game of what could be a long series. If Limitless are able to step up, if Power can keep them off guard, we head into game 1.
Here we go, a best of 7 to decide the fate of either of these teams at the World Championships. It is Team Power, as we said, they really, they have been a little bit disappointing for mine gameplay-wise early on. And right now, Emphas is in trouble. Squishy save to die force there. We've got action early. Forget about storylines, Yummy. We're going bang.
And it's Limitless with the momentum, with the early plays after finding their form yesterday. And they're just throwing everything. A full pirate ship, but have they thrown too much? Darth manages to get a touch. Beavers found the goal. Limitless did too much.
Too much too early, in the counter-attack from Emphas is all they needed. Darth get the save, but the double commit. Snowy out of position. Fever does the clean-up. And Team Power, well, that could have been 0-1 to them, but they get the first.
You can tell both these teams fighting for their lives. They know they lose this, they're out of the World Championship. For Power, they're not going to be happy with anything but getting through Wildcard. But Limitless, if they win this, it's the furthest they've ever been at Worlds.
Oh, look at all the demos coming through off the backboards. Ifly has to get the touch and does well. Even now tracking back. And I love this early from both sides. Just throwing the kitchen sink at it. This is a famous quote from Chicago on G2 is if you're going to lose, Yummy, lose playing your way. Don't fall into their game. Just have a crack, go for it.
Not going for the ball and letting your opponents have the play can be very frustrating when it goes against them. This is it for Snowy. Good shot on. Fever manages to keep it out.
I love that pass as well. Just looking for that extra option there, and Ested offer off the ceiling. We're seeing some confidence coming out from SSA as they almost got that first goal, but it is Power getting that lead. Let's see if they stabilise or they want more. Let's see if they can smell some blood in the water here. That's over to die for. Snowy has to get back, does so. Emphas now trying to find Torsos, fakes it out. He's going for a sidewall double. Puts it wide.
Power do have that first goal, and that means that they might be able to hold on to it. I don't expect them to let up anytime soon, and that would be the biggest problem. We saw that earlier up against Valiant, the other sub-Saharan African team. They just let go of the gas when they did get the lead. They need to keep that pressure on, keep playing the way that they are, and Emphas is looking to be that player to step up. Solo playing a lot, slowing it down, looking for the angles. Snowy has to avoid the bump, has Torsos, he's missed it. Emphas goes wide.
Yeah, they're keeping it in though, Power. They want to keep this attack rolling, grab that boost. Reset again, here's Fever finding it central. Torsos out of position, everyone there from Power, but no one quite ready to take the shot. Again, the ball flies across the net. Limitless hanging in, hanging on to that defense. Can they find a chance to get that counter-attack?
Fever's got the flip reset, gets it past one, and Darth will make sure it doesn't sink towards the net. Torsos is just going for demos. It really feels right now that Torsos has no confidence in himself. He's pulling out of a lot of balls, faking, going for demos, not having too much impact on the ball itself.
Yeah, I like his aggression though. He shows that confidence. He's not too worried about rotating back for now, but here is a little bit of a window to die for. Throws it around Emphas, means he can get another 50 or perhaps a beat out as well. Pinch across. Just a touch wide. Torsos, not much boost here, but he does get a crucial beat. He rotates out, lets Emphas get it. He's up in the air, blocked out by Snowy.
Good communication from Power to make sure that Torsos pulls off without the boost. Still going to be in Limitless's favour, but Darth is the only one with any in the tank right now. They have to run back to clear it up. Here's an opening here into centre. The pass across for Fever, no one there.
Hey, great patience from Darth in defence there. He just waited long enough as Torsos makes a poor touch. It's a free shot on there. Snowy goes whack! Tie ball game!
He's going off like a frog in a sock. Snowy is up to that ball as fast as he possibly could, knowing Fever's getting chased by Darth. A tied game, and Limitless with a full chance at this one.
Poor clear from Torsos. Had a freebie there, did Snowy, but he made the most of it. As he said himself, he felt he had a bit of a flat tournament so far, but that series yesterday against Valiant really woke him up and has clearly woken this Limitless side up. This has been an impressive game 1 so far.
It's huge. They had the early momentum, a lot of early striking coming out from Limitless. They've never felt out of chances. Another pass in, a big dunk. This is open. Evans has missed it. Darth can't follow it up. He got faked out in the end.
Oh, Snowy just had to maybe not respect Amphis so much there as the touch didn't come through. We have seen Amphis before have these shaky moments. He's so mechanical, but he is prone to every now and then letting one through to the keeper. As now Darth has a one-on-one with Torsos, opts to take to the corner, grab the boost, try and set up this offense.
Smart to take the boost away. He knows Torsos has 0. That's actually allowed Limitless to stay in. This is the best play of them all. Not a mechanical play, but a cerebral one. And Limitless fully in with a chance.
Great aggression from Snowy as well. They're pushing up third man. That's what we love now. 25 seconds, that could just be on there. Is that going to be in? It's wide. Follow up. Snowy has to get it out, but Amphis scores. They can't get a touch on it.
Give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Amphis had no teammates with boost left. Beats one, runs out of boost, and finds the net. 22 seconds. Can Limitless fight back?
Oh, Darth just couldn't get the touch, but it was a great shot from Amphis, putting it behind. Interesting kickoff strats now to die for. Has to backtrack. Fever's there. Goes for the touch. 15 seconds. What can Limitless do? Game one. Can they force an overtime here? Is it going to be Power to get the early lead? The go-ahead game. Snowy now, he's got space. Power's giving them space to die for across. Darth is there. Another touch comes through. Snowy throws it close. Ball still up. It's going to hit the ground. Power take the first.
They just hold on. A lot of that game looks like it could be Limitless to win. Power still making some of those mistakes they've been talking about all tournament. But in the end, it's one player to step up. It's Amphis right at that dire moment to get it out of defense, get it out of dodge, get a goal.
Oh, it was close though. I mean, it was close.
Oh, yeah.
The first 15 seconds, we wanted to set up a storyline, you know, just have a chat for a little bit about these two sides, what they've been doing so far in this World Championship. But, I mean, Limitless hit the ground running, but unfortunately it led to that counter-attack, as we see there. Fever just getting that cheapie on the board, an open net, but it was a great comeback, a great pass play. They were setting up these opportunities, Limitless, and they got a bit of reward for it with Snowy here.
Snowy has really stepped up in this tournament. From yesterday, where he was the MVP up against Valiant, that was maybe the confidence booster. We're now seeing him be first man. But I think underrated maybe Darth. Whenever there was a situation where it looked like the possession would turn against them, he'd make a really smart play to the opposing corner rather than towards the net, steal a boost away, and make it so his teammates have time to come up into position to at least threaten the Power net.
4 shots to 6 as well there, so a very low scoring, well, and low shooting game number one. Low points across the board from all 6 players, and perhaps just shows this game was played in the midfield.
A lot of it as well fought in those back corners away from the net.
Yeah.
We head to game number 2. Limitless have the chance to continue on with that fight, but Amphis trying to shut it down right from the very get-go.
Yeah, well played from Snowy though in defense. As if he gets a fake out, he's throwing himself around. Torsos tries to get 2 on it. Limitless, they have been impressive in defense. That's another miss from Amphis out of nowhere as Fever tries to set up a solo. Great speed from Snowy. You mentioned him, Yummy. He keeps getting better and better every series this tournament.
You haven't talked too much about to die for. Just the only worrying sign right now for Limitless, but you know that at some point in the series, he's going to come out, pop off, score an absolute worldie. Will it be in this game too, where they can wrest control back? But there we go. Amphis has got the first. Fever with the setup.
Yeah, just a fantastic setup. Beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. The rotations couldn't come in from Limitless, and that is a fantastic touch, forcing out the double commit. Amphis as well. Give credit to him. Top bins shot, putting it away.
And a complete counter to game 1, where Limitless were the ones to step off the mark first. Power are putting their best foot forward now. They are a team as well that like the kickoffs. They have some of the most interactive kickoffs in the world. And they've gained some advantage here off that kickoff. It'll be up to Snowy to take that advantage away. Looks for a shot of his own, and it's up to Fever to get it out. Ooh. Another chance here, rings true, but Amphis just gets a touch.
Yeah, Fever didn't quite get the follow-up that he wanted, though. It was awkward for him. He didn't quite see the extra touch from Snowy. And here's a great pass infield. Darth off the sidewall, Torsos there. Limitless again. Not too phased by that first goal, but that demo's seriously going to help Power. Here goes Amphis, fakes one, fakes everyone and himself perhaps as Snowy clears.
Darth looking to get it out. Fever immediately challenging. And he caught that boost, that ball like he had a scoop on the top of his head, and that's going to go into center, all from that play from Fever to intercept in the first place.
Yeah, these demos have just proved too much. There's no one back post. Snowy has to do everything, but Fever turns around and gets him out of the way as well.
Most of those highly mechanical players, the ones that are solo playing, they want to play on the ball, but Fever here gets a demo, a boost steal, he's done it all.
Yeah, the problem with Power before is they almost have been trying to 1v3 every situation, but you need to play the percentages, Yummy. Go for those demos, clear them out, just hit the ball around the opponents and get them out of position. This is what they're doing. They're not trying to, as I said, just rely on their mechanics to beat everyone. They've got to use brute force sometimes as well.
They're not taking their foot off the gas either, CJ. Just been their biggest struggle that when they get a lead, when they start getting that ball rolling, they go back into their shell, but they are still firing forward. Power, they're still looking for more goals. Fever even has that pass across. Amphis goes high. Will Torsos have the angle? It does go down, and it is a goal for Torsos.
Yeah, this is more like the Power we know and love. Great pass from Fever. Amphis gets the setup, tries to get the shot on net, but Torsos is there. The trust, knowing he had that one. Snowy couldn't quite get a fingernail on it. We have 3 goals to 0.
And I love that Torsos was a team player there, waiting for Amphis to go up. There could have been a chance for him to go up early, and it would have been a double commit, which Power have struggled with at this LAN. Fortunately, this time they do not. And there we go, the ground pinch from Fever for goal 4.
Goal 4 and only half the game gone here, game 2. As Fever just goes to work. He had Snowy bamboozled. He waited for the extra touch, but Fever just baited him in, and a little cheeky smile on the play cam as well.
They're loving it right now. I feel like maybe they've figured out their game plan. A lot less mistakes than we saw from Power in game 1. It's totally up to Limitless now to be the ones matching. And you know what, CJ, we haven't seen them throwing the kitchen sink anymore.
No, they're so defensive, but that comes through with all the demos and bumps from Power. They just can't push forward and get that ball down the other end of the field. Here's Fever again off the sideball. Amphis is just sitting downfield. That's a great pass play. Fever's there as well. Team Power, it's an unorthodox play style, but this is what happens when they are confident. This is what we've seen, Yummy, back in OCE when they're playing those early stages of regionals. It's less about focusing too much on perfect positioning and just trusting each other, playing with flair, and they're getting the reward for it.
Minute 40 on the clock. Really feels like no chances left for Limitless unless they can score in this very second. And Power have experienced, Telsos in particular, has so much experience in holding on to these leads. You can see it here with him going for an early challenge and backing off all the way, just playing very risk-free. I don't think Limitless can do it.
Yeah, look at Power as well, always getting a couple of 50s, beating 2 to the ball, or at least just forcing a challenge out of Limitless. And right now, this is Limitless' best chance to get a goal on the board in game 2, perhaps get some momentum, but Amphis walks that ball across, another pinch downfield. It's just Power again. As you said, Yummy, they have not taken the foot off the gas. They want more. What can Fever do? Can he get one? No dust there.
See Snowy just trying to get the bump out, but he used a lot of his boost to do it, and that's costly in its own right. He's going to need everything in the tank to get it down to the other end, but this is all done and dusted.
Oh, it's open.
Limitless can't even get to this one. It's so unfortunate. Just a little bit of luck to go in their favor is all they need.
Yeah, Power just committed everyone there. Perhaps the scoreline was telling of their positioning. As they're still 4 goals up, 25 seconds now, maybe one more. Snowy didn't get the best touch, counter-attack. I4 throws it downfield, but Fever has been phenomenal this game. He is really growing in confidence, which is a scary sign for Limitless.
4-0, can they make a 4-1? Unfortunate, it'll go the other way at Fever.
It's a great catch.
What's one in the tank, gets the cringe bump, doesn't get the goal.
Doesn't get the goal for it, but that won't worry Power too much. 4-0, make it 5. A dominant game 2.
I'm going to argue that goal doesn't count. It was all off Fever going for the air dribble bump. We all know those goals don't count if you're in ranked. Surely they shouldn't count here, but a 5-0 now for Power. A very dominant display and a much better showing considering in their previous series, up against Valiant in particular, they kind of went in their own shell, and game 2 is in fact their worst game in that series.
It's good to see that I guess, you know, the worry going into this series was that Team Power, as Fever said, they lose that enthusiasm against certain matchups. They come overseas and they want to play the best teams in the world. You want to test yourself against the Vitalities. Unfortunately, they're not here. This is the wildcard stage. They've got to do a little bit to get here, and to do that, they've got to get through teams like Limitless. So far, doing well.
Limitless aren't any slouches. They won 8 out of 9 of their regionals in SSA, and they have the individual ability. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that here from To Die For. I called him out at the very beginning of the game. They do take the timeout. Maybe that's their chance to just, I'll be honest, if I'm the coach, I'm just saying To Die For, go, have confidence, because he just looks like he's trying to play in the team, play in the rotations, sit back in net, but we want him on the ball. Yeah,
he's been stuck third man a little bit there, as Snowy and Darth have been the two to get to work, and he is the player, as you said, they brought him on. He was the best player in the region. He wasn't even on the best team, and so they bring him along here, and for this year, as you said, the expectations go up. They've leveled up as a team from that past World Championships, but he just hasn't quite shown up so far.
It's somewhat like being dunked in an ice-cold bath. They came here expecting a nice warm sauna. They'd be having a chance to fight against Power, who haven't obviously been top of the table, and maybe they could have come out strong. But more importantly, they've been in their own region, in SSA, being completely dominant. They're always getting the pressure. They're always creating the opening. Snowy and Darth move forward, right? They set up a play. They open up the net. To Die For gets all the space. What happens when Darth and Snowy are no longer able to do that? It's taken out To Die For at the same time.
Well, the problem is, as you said, when you're winning in your region so much, 81% win rate from the season, you sort of lose that. You don't need to adapt when you're always winning, so you're not testing yourself to how do we change up in this, you know, in a series or between games. And this is the perfect example right here in this timeout. How are they going to change the way they've been going, alter their play style to counter what Power have done? Because that game was dominant. They cannot keep playing defensive. They need to start going forward, show some offense, perhaps get some bumps of their own.
Game number 3. Limitless have to step up here. To Die For has to step up here, or they'll see themselves on match point 4 times in a row.
Trust me as well. If they need me to coach them, I've played this side many a time without Fever, obviously, but you need to show that aggression, start ball chasing a little bit, or Amphis is just going to have so much time to do things like that. If you just get in their faces, just make them doubt themselves, put them out of position, and some demos are going to help. This time it wasn't for Limitless, however, as Torsos continuing.
You either need against Power, absolutely take all space, or to even just shoot that on target. It's missed, and that was their opening. They could have had the first goal, and they're going to leave empty-handed.
Far down and out from Snowy. We'll be devastated about that one, but it's still early here in Game 3. They have to win this game. You don't want to be trying to reverse sweep. Well, you'd love to take Power to 7 because you'll win, but you don't want to be going that distance. Just Fever opens it up. A bit of me time on the left wing.
It feels so unlucky after Limitless misses by an inch. They spend a whole bunch of minute in attack and one little chance for Power, and Fever is going to capitalize on it every time.
It's game 1 all over again. They should have scored. Limitless, they should be 1-0 up. They just didn't get that ball in the back of the net. It was halfway in off the bar, but couldn't quite find it. Now they're behind it again, facing a deficit. What can they do? How do they come back into this game and into this series?
I see that so many times in the past. You know, you have a team, you just say, oh, if we just scored our chances, if we were just able to hit that underneath the crossbar, we'd have been able to win. Well, I tell you what, Vitality aren't missing those chances. Carmine Corp aren't missing those chances. You need to be good enough to hit those chances, and Darth hits his chance.
He finds a window on the side, and it was Fever back there just not respecting the shot. The speed from Darth was too much. The power to get it before Amphis could rotate back. Limitless do answer, and gee, did they need to.
Really impressed with the mega mind on the pitch, Darth. I feel like he's always making the right choices. He sees Fever back off, knows he has a little bit of room because Fever's going to want to gravitate towards that boost. It's going to be Darth leading the way for Limitless so far. A new story for this trio.
Yeah, it's good to see these players stepping up. As you said, the positive is they do have To Die For. If he comes online, that could seriously worry this Team Power lineup. That's a great pass. Fever's there, but a great beat out from Darth again. Torsos has to get 2 on it. Does though. Snowy finds something. Here's space. What can the Dive do? Emphasis in big trouble. Goes to 50. It goes wide just enough in defense from Power.
Oh, surprising they were able to get back in time and make a diving backward save 50. Very rare for that to go in your favor, but Power able to do it. Now Amphis.
Oh, great pass.
A great chance of his own.
Almost a great chance there as Torsos makes a quality touch, but Power having to defend for the time being. Here's Fever though on the solo play, trying to get the counter attack. Instant flip reset. 1 more, 2 more. Fake out Torsos there. Gets it off the side ball and miss coming through to dive for, blocked out. They're going to get a little bit of space. Fever has to grab some boost first before he comes back in. Here he is, bumped out of the way. Amphis just rotates. He doesn't need boost. He wants more. Snowy, great cut on the rotation.
Well, without boost, he wasn't able to get it up over the defender, but Power are really closing this vice grip at the moment. Low boost for all 3 of the Power members at this point in time, but they do have possession of the ball 2 minutes in. And they've still managed to keep this towards the net. Limitless, how have they kept this out for so long?
Oh, we just have to see solid play. Amphis, fake 1, fake 2, behind 3! Power get the lead.
It was only a matter of time. The clock struck 0. And without the boost to get and challenge on that early, Power able to get that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're in offense for so long. You have that pressure. Naturally, the other team's going to start backing up a little bit. Hang on a minute! Limitless kickoff goal against Team Power. Gee, they won't be happy with that, Yummy. They're the kickoff masters.
He absolutely reeled him in, waited for the challenge. And at the last possible second, Darth escapes the Death Star. It's a 2-all game.
Maybe one more. This is chaos. This is pandemonium right now. 90 seconds left here. Game number 3. Limitless. 2 on the board. Can they get 3? Will it be Team Power again? Here's Fever off the ceiling. Goes for the pinch. Snowy's there. Catches it. He's got bumps coming through. Amphis just waiting, trying to get control. They want a solo play, but Limitless want one of their own to die for. Great 50 off the side. Darth's there for the follow-up. They grab the 100 boost. They can set up an offense. They're all there. If he wants it, what can Die4 do? He's the last man now. Does well. Torsos keeping it on. The boost coming up for Limitless. They're going to get a little bit of space. Fever's waiting in the wings. Great cut from Amphis. Here's Fever. It's just straight on net. Once again, back and forth. They get the lead.
No man can stop a Fever. And he's given us the chills over the top of Snowy. He's secured the lead. 54 seconds could determine Limitless's fate.
This is it. It's now or never for Limitless. Can they get a game on the board? Or will Power just run away with this one? That's a great fake from Darth. Goes the flick. Fever controls it. Shows that poise. He's trying to pinch it. Snowy's ready. Just forces that touch from Torsos. That's a great play. It's on net. Fever's there. Gets the follow-up as well. He's zooming around the pitch. Amphis is going for a demo. He's everywhere. Snowy has to do well. Does so, but Torsos can fake it out. Amphis drops down another fake. 30 seconds.
Definitely felt like Torsos called out a fake and got the touch instead. And that's going to give a chance here for Limitless.
Bump.
Massive bump. Amphis behind it, but it's not a good touch. Is Snowy ready? No, he's not. He tries to keep it in, and 15 seconds left. They have to take it back.
It's now or never to die for. Solo play blocked by Amphis. 10 seconds. We need a counter attack. Come on, Limitless. Dive on the side. Torsos awkward. Fakes the touch. Everyone has missed. Everyone has missed, and the ball hits the ground.
Oh my goodness. Darth, it looked like he had that read from a mile away. Snowy comes running in and he just dips. He goes off to whoop whoop. They had the best chance of their lives and they turn their monitors off.
Panic. Panic from both sides. Right at the death. And in the end, the result goes to Power. 3-0 in this best of 7. And for Limitless now, Yummy, we saw one yesterday with Falcons. We're going to have to see another reverse sweep if they are to do it.
Torsos was 72 points in that one. You don't see that often from one of, well, the most experienced OC player, but not just that, one of the most experienced players in the world.
It's he's certainly adopted a bit of an enforcer role this series. He's going for a lot of bumps, a lot of demos, but it has...
fakes.
No.
Do you think they're fakes?
A lot of fakes. I'm not sure what's happening, but it has come to the detriment of his own gameplay. So I'm not sure if he's not feeling it or that is the strategy, but the aggression has worked out. Obviously, for him, getting 72 points isn't fantastic, but the main thing is they are 3-0 up in the series and 1 game away from sweeping Limitless.
I hate when commentators do this, but I'm comparing my gameplay to Torsos. I know when I'm not effective, the first thing I do is go for bumps, go for early challenges, still just trying to have as much impact on the play as possible. And that's what Torsos is doing right now. I don't like it, though, for the signs that they may have to play another series today to get through Wildcard.
Yeah, it's getting the job done for now. But there's still 1 more game to go. There he is again, Fever, MVP of the series. Could be MVP of Game 4 as well.
Ready to get the job done while Fever's put in his application. His resume is long. That's another goal. This man's on fire.
Yeah, he's carried me for a season. And that's good enough for anyone to get the job right here as Torsos, as we said, meets him at the kickoff. We'd love to see him elevate himself. Perhaps elevate. I don't know how they're going on the other. I don't know how they're going on.
Memphis needs a new cover letter.
Oh, hang on a minute.
There we go.
Out of nowhere to die for counter-attack. I thought there was no way that he could get the flick past, but beats one. Fever again out of position.
You can understand as well why they didn't think that would go against them. To Die For had no pace on the ball to begin with, and he sped it up in an instant.
And Torsos was right there, which almost put off Fever as well, as expecting perhaps to challenge someone to put a hand up. But To Die For, that's a great play and an instant response. We're only 30 seconds here, Yummy, into Game 4.
And where was this Limitless earlier? Well, more importantly, where was To Die For earlier? Where was To Die For there? He thought they would go close to that post, but it was a play over the top from Snowy, and he didn't read it right.
Couldn't quite find it, and now Amphis goes for the instant flick. Fever's there. He's been so fast this series. His first touches has just been on point. Amphis is still there. This is awkward for Torsos. He's in trouble. He was last man. He does well for the meantime, but they're all tracking back and almost the bump coming through. Power happy to leave their net open, but that might mean they can get one more. It's on net. It's off the post just.
Amphis goes for the squishy save. He makes a miracle, and at the other end, he's hit the post. How much of OCE do you see in Amphis right now?
He wouldn't be loving that one, but we're Limitless. They'll be loving this situation so far. They found a way back in. Game 4. And E2 To Die For, getting that goal on the board. That could be huge for his confidence now as the counter-attack from Power. Darth, great positioning. Snowy's there as well. Opting for the dribble, the solo play. It worked with To Die For. Will it work again here? Torsos not the best touch, and he side flipped out of the way. More troubles for Tors.
1-1. Limitless on the back foot again. Torsos goes for another fake. Amphis tries to get involved, and he squished it through. He's got biceps for days.
He just wedges it in, and the fake coming through. Torsos just leaves that one for Amphis, and the brute force on Snowy. He met him at the post, and he pushed him right through the goal.
You hate that as Snowy just standing behind it, knowing you've got the full contact, but somehow you're losing that battle, falling further behind into the net as the ball slowly sinks in. A good skim from Amphis to attempt this pass, but it will just back off.
Great speed from Snowy again. Darth pushing forward, great 50, double commit from Power. Everyone on the same side of the ball, but Fever gets a counter-attack. It's a 1, it's a 2. The pass back was on, but Darth said no thank you.
Just takes him out at the moment of the pass. It could not have been smarter. Once again, Darth stepping up with the IQ. Snowy this time intercepting as well. You can see Amphis staying behind the Limitless players a lot and just putting pressure by always being there.
Yeah, there's Fever again. You can tell he's confident right now. He's happy to take that ball off Amphis. Amphis gets a quality touch. Darth is there. To Die For turns, low boost, however, and it's still in the wrong end here. Darth, here's a solo play, demoed out. Great play from Amphis, helping Tors back, who just fakes the ball. He's happy to leave it for his teammates, who are feeling it right now.
Power needs maybe feel one more goal as well to feel safe with a 4-0. Game differential important in Amphis. He's wanted to step up through this series. This has been his game.
Yeah, the presence was too much. Just look at Amphis there. Fever grabs the corner boost. He's straight onto Snowy, who has to throw himself early or he's in danger of a bump. And it is Amphis getting the 3rd goal on the board. And Team Power 2 minutes away from round 5 and coming back later today for a chance at main event.
Reserve celebrations so far from Power. They've thrown from this spot before. I've seen it. And that means that they need to stay on top of their game for at least a minute and a half more.
Yeah, this is all about building for the next series as well. But Limitless won't be thinking about that. They know that there is more than enough time to come back into this one. Dorstos makes the touch. Again, can't quite get the second, the follow-up. As the half flies across, that's a great pass. Does the bump come through? The bump does come through! That's a phenomenal play from Limitless.
They call him the Phenom for a reason. Darth passing it down as a miracle to die for, going for a bump when he could have been greedy himself. A three-man pass bump play.
That is what we want to see from the SSA region. Limitless showing up when they need to, but they need one more. Amphis gets the 50, pushing forward. Darth is there. Great beat out to die for, waiting on the side, but Fever going to be able to get the touch. And how about one more as well? Amphis is still there. Team Power, they want one more. They want to get that 2-goal lead. Torsos playing a bit of a third-man role.
Torsos still looking for bumps and demos, fakes, and any play he can possibly get. Limitless know, though, they just need to find one opening. 53 seconds, they're on the attack, they're searching to die for. Can't get it past Torsos.
Yeah, he had some magic against Pioneers yesterday to die for. Can we see it again here? This is off the sideboard, there's the demo. It has to be open, but no one's there for Power. They've opted to play the defensive approach. Fever now up in the air, early flip reset, met by to die for. Torsos, more demos, he's last! It's open! He's just got to find the net!
Wait! No! Are you kidding me? Surely that goes in. Limitless have absolutely botched it.
Torsos last man. He went at the detriment of a goal, but they couldn't find the net. Limitless. And now 10 seconds left. They have to do something. Fever gets a beat out. Here's Snowy. Sends it downfield. Where's to die for? He's got to wait. Amphis is up. 3 seconds now. Snowy, their hopes and dreams fading, and gone. Limitless go home, Power move on.
Sub-Saharan Africa put in the best fight they could. Unfortunately, they will be packing. Power get one more chance now at the wild card. We saw good moments from them. We saw some bad moments too. And in the end, Limitless didn't capitalize on some of their biggest openings.
It wasn't pretty from Team Power, but still perhaps one of the best performances we've seen so far. They've got more in the tank, we know it, but they're going to have to step up in round 5 if they want to make the main event, Yummy. But for Limitless, a fantastic showing. They moved on, they got their first win. They took down their brothers in Valiant. And again, valiantly fought here. I know it was a 4-0, but gee, every game bar one was so close.
It's the last time we'll see SSA, but it's been an absolute pleasure having you all here at the World Championship, hearing that South African accent, an absolutely beautiful one. And we've had 3 players step up. Darth in this one, being an absolute monster. Last time we see him, let's go to a break.